Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So I just got back yesterday from our trip to the UP. First time riding the 850, like actually riding it. I just kind of buzzed around our yard with low snow. And I will say I am very impressed. Later in this video, I'll show you some of the footage. We rode mostly trails, kind of disappointing, but they're still working on their snow conditions up there. I mean, there's a foot to 2 feet maybe in some areas. We rode from the Sioux area, so not a whole lot of backcountry. I knew it was going to be that way. We're just kind of cruising some of the trails, checking out the area. So not what this sled's made for, and not what my intentions are with it, but at least it was good to get out and take it for a test run. I will say I am thoroughly impressed with it on the trail. It did actually way better than the M, even though this one's got a longer skid, longer track on it with bigger lugs. It was so much smoother on the trail. Really didn't have any issues with it, and it's really fuel efficient for a snowmobile that's got big lugs, long tracks, made to be just eating the fuel up, you know, in the mountains. It did really good. I was putting the same amount of fuel in that all the trail sleds were running through, so I'm happy about that. Rode with a bunch of some people had some Pro X's I was riding with, 800s and the Assault 800s. Kept up no problem with them, and didn't hardly go through any fuel. Super efficient on oil too. I think I went through like 6 quarts altogether. Not even. Riding, we did 250 miles this weekend, so I think it was pretty good for the sled. I mean, I definitely like it using oil because I know it's going to be good for a long time, not drying the engine out too bad. But all in all, it's a great machine. Like I said, I'm thoroughly impressed with it. It has loads of power. I mean, I know it's an 850, it's supposed to, but like, it's definitely exceeded my expectations on power. It just is crazy. So I can't wait to get into actually some backcountry stuff. So we'll be doing another trip to the UP later this year where we're going to do mostly backcountry, a little bit of trail riding to get there, but we're going to focus on backcountry riding up in the Houghton area. We're up in the Sault this time, rode over to Whitefish Point and around, kind of by Tequila Falls, just doing some sightseeing. So it was fun. It was a good break-in for the sled. This one has a 36-inch front end, like I mentioned in earlier videos, and I thought it was going to be really, really tippy on the trails. And like, yeah, it's more tippy than a trail sled, but it's not as tippy as I thought it was going to be. You definitely have to lean, you know, when you're coming in the corners and stuff. Again, like I wasn't railing down the trail like some people do. That's just not how I ride. But yeah, still cruising. She'll cruise right along fine. No problems whatsoever. I'm impressed. Can't wait to get some more hours on it and some deeper snow. We did get in a few sections that were a little deeper and single wheelie like nobody's business, which is pretty great. The unfortunate thing for videos is that it was snowing super hard up there. But it's a good thing for the UP and getting some more snow so we can ride this thing in some deep powder. So I wasn't able to get as much footage as I wanted to for you guys on it because it was just snowing so hard that the camera couldn't pick anything up. We'll throw some of that footage up next so you can see some of it and see what this 850 is about on the trail and stuff like that. We did run into the DNR one time up there, but actually he was a pretty chill dude. Didn't really give us any issues, just came over and was asking how the trail conditions were. So I'm glad, you know, I did put the stocker on it, stock can on this sled. Definitely trail riding. I think the aftermarket can could be very annoying. If you're on, it's always in the power band, it's always barking so much, it could just get too loud. There's enough other noises after like a long day of riding and you're like, oh, I don't need one more noise to have to listen around. But all in all, super impressed with it. I'm so glad that it gets such good fuel mileage. You know, my M was getting barely maybe 6 miles to the gallon, between like 4 and 6 miles to the gallon. The other thing I think it was getting like 10 to 12. It was about what it ended up being. So I felt like that was pretty good for the type of riding I was doing. Obviously, you get into the backcountry stuff, you're gonna be a lot heavier on the throttle. So you're gonna be eating through the fuel a lot more. This track spits up a ton of snow when you're on the trail. So that's one thing to be warned about if you're planning on riding with people. Nobody could ride behind me, so I was always in the back because it just spit up so much snow. Somebody said that was behind me was like having 5,000 snowballs thrown at you at one time. So track actually held up pretty good. We were in some pretty rough conditions for a deep lug track, but I'm impressed with it. I can get probably a few miles out of her. I am missing one part of one lug. These outer lugs like are split and one part came off. We had to ride some road and we had some pretty thin trails and some mud puddle crossings, so not ideal for the snowmobile, but all in all, it's what you expect when you live in Michigan. You know, you'll have some good snow, you'll have some not so good snow, so it's just what it is. But other than that, it's just a good machine. If you're looking at getting an SKS, like a used one, I say do it. They're awesome. I never got hot out on the trail. Dual coolers on this thing helped out so much. The 155 skid ate up the whoops that we had on our way back at night. Super easy versus the shorter ones. Just skipped right over them. I do have to do some tweaking on the shocks. They're a little bit stiff for me, so we'll do that. The GPS gauges are awesome. We lost our group a few times. So we had to utilize these gauges to figure out where we're supposed to be going. All in all, it was a great time. So I hope you guys enjoyed some of my footage coming up next. And thanks for watching.
gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in the room. I've been so real, I'm down to the tomb. They in the way, they gotta move. I gotta gas, they running on fumes. Told on my back, it's something new. It's me or them, you gotta choose. I'm taking what's mine, I'm doing fine. Don't see the vision, they looking so blind. I hit my lawyer, I don't got the time. Crossing my T's and he dotting those eyes. Don't take offense if I do not oblige. I can't be labeled like none of these guys. They hit me once and I'm cutting the ties. I was so low, but I'm back on the rise, it's real. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I will soon, soon. Knew as a child, back in the room.
guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Lots more to come in the next few weeks. Hopefully we get some more snow. We can do some more riding. Subscribe if you can. It'd be super helpful. We'll catch you guys later.